Oh my God, is this really the last recording that I have to make? I think so. Today, this video is about how to write your paper for the end of class, okay? And there's two things I want to point out to you in this text right here. The first is this. If you're working alone, I want you to produce a 6-page paper and an 8-slide presentation. If you work with 2 students, you have a pal you want to work with, it's an 8-page paper and a 10-slide presentation. If you're lucky enough to have 3 students working together, 10-page paper and 12-slide presentation, okay? And super important, if you do work in a group, when you're done, all students must upload the same report and presentation into their own, last day of the class folders. Okay, and obviously they're going to be identical because you work together. So I will let you read these 2 paragraphs. It talks about the report and the presentation. But down here, it says, I put 2 demonstration files among the other files for this week. And it's about predatory lending. They're just 1-page or 1-slide things. But I want to show you the difference between the look of a report and a presentation, okay? So let's scroll down to the bottom here. And here they are, the last 2 files. Here's a predatory lending paper example. So I'm going to click that and go down here to the lower left and click again to open it up. Blah, blah, blah. That's good. Please don't do that. All papers are double-spaced, okay? I think, already went over, word wrap. So if you have pictures or graphs, wrap that text around it. It looks really cool. But a paper is a paper. You know how to write a paper. Double-spaced, do that, do that, do that. The difference in a presentation is that you really don't want to have very much text at all, okay? Here's my title page. I hope that you put a nice slide design on this, like, clicking design and looking up here and clicking one of these designs, which will all be in color if it's working. Oh, there, enable editing. Okay, design, and then you could pick any one of these things and it'll attach a nice little looking design there, okay? But what I really want to show you is this page. This information is the same as this information, right? Look at this paragraph. Predatory lending may involve lenders, mortgage brokers, blah, blah, blah. If you write the report first and finish it, then it's just a matter of grabbing things from your report and copying and paste them into slides. But I'm not pasting all of this text in this paragraph. The thing about PowerPoints or any kind of presentation is you only want to put, little bullet points that remind you what you're talking about in the presentation. And then we have a nice picture here of Mr. Shark, the shark, loan shark guy, okay? So now you have 2 examples of how to present your paper and presentation. Now I'm going to go up here and click this PowerPoint, the writing assignment model. Oh my, that looks so professional. Also a PowerPoint. And there's only 4 slides here. In 201, you don't write a really advanced report. Come and find me in 360 and I'll teach you a lot more. However, the first section of your report is a page long. It's an introduction. You are describing whatever database you picked, okay? So describe the database in detail. Say everything you can about it. Here's some Ideas, what is the subject of the database? You may pick social media, you may pick student evaluation of San Marcos, Cal State San Marcos, whatever it is. What is the subject? What type of questions are in the database? Okay, that's easy enough to find. How might certain questions be cross-referenced? Okay, and think of demographic variables versus topic database variables. Demographics are like gender and ethnicity. Topic variables are, what is your choice of major, or how many hours a day do you spend on social media? Okay? And you are college students, so that means you're all professional BSers. So, just stretch this out. It's double spaced. I know you can get a page out of it. The next section, too, is that you talk about SPSS and the database. Really, you're describing SPSS. You want to walk your reader through what's going on with this report. So you talk about the database, then you tell them about the software program, okay? What is SPSS? If you put SPSS in a Google search line, you'll get so many hits. And you only have to go through the first 3 and you'll find all kinds of stuff out about SPSS. Also 1 page long, talk about how you worked in variable view to build your own database. What is title case? Remember that? When you make labels, variable labels or value labels, you must use title case. Why is the variable name so important? Why is the variable label so important? And why are value labels so important? And really, most important of all, is how do missing values affect frequency tables? Okay, and you should be able to find that stuff out, at least the missing value stuff, in the how to run a frequency distribution table. Okay, and this is all in variable view. And then explain, what do you see in data view? Remember, when you open up SPSS and see the database, way down here in the lower left, where my mouse is, there's 2 tabs, data view and variable view. Okay? When you're in data view, every case is a person who answers the questionnaire. And then finally, why is a respondent ID number so important? We don't use names when we build databases. We just give everybody an ID number. So it maintains confidentiality. That's why it's so important. See, I'm already writing the report for you. Bing! Okay, let's go to the next slide, section 3. This is where you need to produce frequency tables. What variables are you going to use for this paper? This is going to be probably 2 pages because you're going to end up pasting just a few tables in this section. Describe in detail your frequency distributions. Pick both demographic and attitude or behavioral variables. Okay, demographics, like I said before, are sex, race, age, income, religious preference, political affiliation, things like that. Okay? Those are independent variables. Make it easy on yourself. Just pick demographic variables for your independent variables. And then the rest are all topical variables about the database. Attitude and behavior variables. Behavior. How many hours a day do you spend on social media? Attitude. How do you feel about the 2020 election? Just off the top of my head. Okay, so if you're working alone, you don't need more than 5 variables. Maybe 2 demographic and 3 attitude or behavioral. If you're working with 3 people, I would pick 3 demographics and 4 attitude behavioral variables. However many you pick, though, you need to run either frequency tables, or in the case of interval level variables like age or the number of years of education, you're going to run a descriptive table. Okay, how you find them, they're right next to each other. In SPSS, analyze, descriptive statistics, and frequencies. That's how you pull up the frequency window. If you want to run a descriptive, analyze, descriptive statistics, and descriptives, that will bring up the descriptive window. In either case, just move whatever variables you want to see to the open window on the right and click OK. And then when you have these things, I want you to describe each of the tables in exactly this manner. You know, what is the title of the table? What are the answer choices? How many valid cases are there? And then give me one stat from the valid percent column. Okay, I'm going to start up SPSS because I'm going to give you an example of this. I think I probably talk about this in the frequency video and also the crosstab video, but what the heck, you know? Why not go all the way for my students, which I love to do. By the way, while we're waiting for this, I hope you're all getting along okay. Isn't this the most insane thing in the world? And the best part is we get to do it next semester too. Yay! Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to open up a database that I'm very familiar with. And, you know, what did I say here? There I am, right? I'm going to produce a frequency table. So I'm going to go to Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, and Frequencies. Let me check something real fast. Okay, so Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, and Frequencies. Remember, this is also done in the frequency video. So let's see, which one do I want here? Let's go to rap music. How's that? See how people feel about rap music. Remember, all I have to do is move it over to the empty window and click OK. And here it is, right? Here are the 5 answers to rap music. You like it very much, like it, mixed feelings, dislike, and dislike very much. So if I'm going to describe this the way I want you to for the paper, it's going to be a little paragraph that says, the first variable I selected for analysis is titled rap music. The answer choices are, and then I list all 5 of these, separated by commas, of course. The number of valid cases. Okay, look at this table. There's 3 totals here. 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. The number of valid cases is always the first total that you see in this frequency column. So the number of valid cases for this table is 1,431. And then I want you to give me one stat from this valid percent column. It can be any stat. I don't care. I just want to make sure that you do it from the valid percent column. You can say that almost 20%, and then put 18.6% in parentheses, have mixed feelings about rap music. Okay? And remember, this data is very old in this database. It was taken in 1992. Okay, so today these percentages probably changed drastically. So I give the title, the answer choices, the number of valid cases, and one stat from the valid percent column. Okay? All right. Back to the exciting PowerPoint presentation. The last section 4 is your cross tabulations. Okay, once you have picked your frequency tables, all you have to do is cross-reference these variables. That means you're running one frequency against another. You are running demographic variables against behavioral variables, or behavioral and attitude variables. Okay, and just like I have in the video for crosstabs, how to run crosstabs, here it is. Analyze, you're going right to the same place. Analyze, descriptive statistics, and crosstabs, and it tells you exactly like it does in that video. The demographic variable, whether it's age, ethnicity, sex, whatever, goes in the row box. The behavioral or attitude variable goes in the column box. And then you need to click the button called cells. Okay? Hold on one second. If you hear my message machine, it's going. After you move the variables in the row and column box, click cells, and then click row percentage. Then click continue and click OK. And the tables are going to pop up. Look at the difference in the columns based on demographic variables. Okay? Wow, how cool is that? So if you use sex and it's male and female, then male and female is going to be on the row. All right, I'll do a quick one for you. Okay? Analyze, descriptive statistics, crosstabs. Remember, this is also in the crosstab video. Okay, here's the row box, here's the column box. I'm going to go get sex, male and female, put it in the row box. The column, let's see, what am I going to get here? Pillowcase. That variable is, do you think the pill should be given to high school girls? Then, like it said, I'm going to click cells and go over here and click row percentages. And that's all I have to do. Click continue, click OK, and bada boom, bada bing. Here is the crosstab. And the crosstab video will tell you how to read this. Male and female are on the rows. The answers to how they feel about giving both birth control to teenagers are on the columns. Okay, and I'll let you watch that video again, the crosstab video, to see how to read that. Okay, and that's all the paper's about. If I were you, I would write that paper all the way through. Okay, then put your tables in, do your word wrap, and then start on your presentation. You can do it any way you want, but if you write the whole paper, then it's just a matter, like I said, of grabbing parts of the paper and copying them and then going to the PowerPoint slide and pasting them in there and then making the necessary changes, you know, to change a paragraph of information into bullet points. Okay? You got that? All right. Went to the beach last night. Water was awesome. Waves sucked. Okay, but hey, we went to Pizza Port after that and had pizza and beer. Okay, but you didn't hear that from me. All right? Okay, good luck. Email me if you have a question or come on into the office hour. All right, I'll help you any way I can. All right, take care.